Come to me expecting sympathy or empathy because that's something I do not have for you devils. Now, when it comes to being racist, a black person can't be racist.
Just over a year later, on October 30th, 2010, that couple brought all 4 children home to the great state of Texas. On the drive from the airport to their new home, those children stared in amazement at the world outside of their 15-passenger van. And as the years went by, these children learned to appreciate the great opportunities that God had provided for them in America. They learned that the color of someone's skin did not determine what that person could do.
Hi, everybody. Auntie speaks here. We're going to talk about A Tale of Two Cities, or more accurately, A Tale of Two Young People. The two young people that you just saw. One who is obviously American by his accent, and I would hazard to guess was probably taught in the very best schools. I would probably think he went to Harvard or Yale. And then another young person who is an immigrant from Ethiopia. And we're going to see the difference between these two people. One who is obviously incredibly racist, and one who is beautiful, honest, sincere, and loves America. Let's take a look at these two people.
They learned that unconditional love is blind to what is on the outside. These children understood, believed, and followed these truths. Now, fast forward to present day, these children are being told a different story. They're being told that America is not the land of opportunity for everyone. That the color of someone's skin does determine what that person can and cannot do. That love is not blind to what is on the outside. And not only are these children being taught all these lies, but millions of people across our great country are being lied to through a perilous philosophy known as critical race theory, or CRT. And if you've heard the terms white privilege, white supremacy, systemic racism, etc., then you've probably heard of critical race theory. Today, we will examine why citizens of the U.S. should not support this false ideology by analyzing how it is rooted in racism, how it encourages the victim mentality, and how it establishes equity over equality.
Yes. Children across the country are now being taught that the color of their skin matters, that America is inherently racist, and every single white person is racist. What does that produce? What type of individual does that produce? Let's see.
Devil, I don't give about your feelings. You think y'all devils cared about feelings when y'all tried to erase our ancient, glorious history? You think y'all devils cared about feelings when you raped, murdered, enslaved, burned, and ate our people? No, y'all didn't give about feelings, so don't come to me expecting sympathy or empathy because that's something I do not have for you devils. Now, when it comes to being racist, a black person can't be racist. We have always been since eternity. So why would we as black people create a system to maintain our survival when we have always lived? Y'all know y'all are weak, inferior by nature. So y'all have created this global system to maintain your survival, to prolong your existence, knowing damn well it's about to come to an end. We have always been. Y'all will not.
Okay, that was lovely. That was super lovely. He seems like a well-balanced individual. So let's look at some of the things he says. Erase our history. Well, I don't know about anything else. What I do know is America chronicles its sins way better than any other country on the face of the planet. Go to Japan and open a history book and see what they say that the Japanese did during World War II. Yeah, they basically raped and pillaged their way through China. You know, rape of Nanking, the Bantan Death March. Yeah, you're not going to find anything in Japanese history about that at all. America details its sins over and over and over again. So A person that is this angry has to be taught these things. And look at some of the crazy things he's taught. Now, number one, we raped, murdered, burned, and ate your people. I don't think that any of the white colonists were cannibals. I don't think even the Africans had cannibalistic tribes. I think that was just down in South America. I could be wrong. Comment below if you guys know. I don't think even African tribes had cannibalism. Only, I think, the South American tribes. I know the Aztecs ate hearts and stuff like that, but where are you getting this? And Black people cannot be racist. So this rant that you're giving, this is not racist. Taking a group of people and judging them by the color of their skin when they have done nothing to you, that's not racist? Oh, okay. And you're weak and inferior. So you had to create this system, which I'm assuming he's talking about, quote unquote, systemic racism, to maintain your existence. To maintain your existence? Oh, okay. Please show me any system in the American government which hurts Black people in 2022. Please show me the law. I could show you about 10 or 20 laws which help Black people over other races, especially over Black people, but I could not show you the reverse. And you guys are coming to an end. Is that a threat? So when you look at these two people side by side, one looks rather great and makes us optimistic about the future. I've always claimed that the American legal immigrants to the United States become the best Americans. Why? Why do they become the best Americans? Well, because they were fleeing terrible places like Ethiopia, like this young girl. They know what's out there. This young boy has never lived outside the United States. Go back to Africa and see what you like. Go to Nigeria, go to Ethiopia, go to some of these countries and see if you like it better over there. No, the racism that's coming from this gentleman, this young boy, I'm not even going to call him a gentleman, this child was taught this racism. Just like the KKK of the old. He is the new KKK.
Now, CRT activists claim that one of its main purposes is to eliminate racism from every aspect of life. This doesn't sound so bad, so why am I asking you not to support it? Well, when I researched this topic, I realized this was a fabrication, as CRT really doesn't seek to eliminate racism, but actually feeds on it to survive. This is the first reason why you should not support CRT. The American Dictionary of the English Language defines racism as, quote, the belief that race accounts for differences in human character or ability, and that a particular race is superior to others. Discrimination or prejudice based on race, end quote. This is a type of racism we should stand against. But CRT has a different view of what racism is. Anti-Defamation League, a supporter of CRT, defines racism as, quote, the marginalization and or oppression of people of color based on a socially constructed racial hierarchy that privileges white people, end quote. Put simply, this definition basically says that all people of color are oppressed because they live in a white supremacy culture and that all white people are racist.
Way to go. That is a perfect definition. Now, when you see those two juxtapositions together, do you see where this boy became racist? He has obviously been fed a diatribe of all white people are bad because of the color of their skin. That's what CRT does. CRT creates racists because it says racism is not judging someone by their color of their skin. No. Black people can't be racist. No. Only white people are racist. And it doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter how not racist you are as a white person. Just because you have white skin, you are a racist.
These so-called civil rights activists of CRT want us to believe that they're anti-racist. But logically, if you want to be against racism, you have to see people as individuals. and not groups based on race. Dr. Carol Swain, a Black retired professor of political science and law from Vanderbilt University, tells us that what CRT actually seeks to do is rebuild a society where the minority groups now, Blacks, Hispanics, homosexuals, etc., replace the current ruling class, white heterosexuals. Their purpose is not to bring unity to America, but division by being racist towards white people.
She is exactly right. It's all about division. Let's look at another clip of what CRT does to melt the brain of a young kid.
Call y'all white people for what I see y'all. Y'all are devils. Y'all are parasites. Y'all are mosquitoes. And when you look at a mosquito, you see that mosquitoes latch onto other life forms, drain the blood from that life form to get nutrients so it can power itself. That's exactly what y'all are, because every single thing that y'all do is to drain the life out of everything. And when we look at the advent of y'all devils, since the moment y'all were created, y'all have caused destruction, chaos, and deception on our earth. When we welcome y'all in to our kingdoms, our lands, as eternal people, what did y'all do? Y'all came in, y'all caused destruction, y'all caused altercations amongst us as a people and amongst our civilization. Therefore, we banished y'all, we exiled y'all from the kingdom. This is the true story of the Garden of Eden.
Only someone educated in American schools could hate America so much. I mean, truly. You're basically saying that all white people are vermin and parasites. Do you know who else compared a group of people to vermin and parasites? I've mentioned it before. How did that work out? Did that work out well? When you start taking an entire class of people and you call them vermin, it makes it really easy to kill them, because then they're not human. And when you invited us into your kingdom, dude, I hate to clue you in. You probably have absolutely no idea of actual history. Pick up a book, and not a book that's given to you by your lefty Yale professor in Black Studies. Look up Thomas Sowell. Yeah, never heard of Thomas Sowell? Yeah, he talks a lot about the slave trade. A lot about the slave trade. The white people did not go into Africa and capture Africans. African tribes captured other Africans, brought them to the coast, and sold them as slaves. Now, I am not blaming those African tribes. That was the way of the world. It didn't make them better or worse than any other person on the face of the planet at that time. But we didn't come into your kingdoms and destroy stuff. And, I mean, seriously, when you look at the Western world, nothing has come good from the Western world. Oh, I don't know, modern sanitation, modern medicine, modern thought, modern philosophy, modern science. Nothing. We're all white devils. Yeah. Whoever educated you, I would sue them to get your money back.
And CRT is not only racist towards white people, but also people of color. Dr. Carol Swain explains that CRT tells people of color that they are bound to, quote, systemic racism, institutional structures, and cultural stereotypes, end quote, and are powerless to free themselves from these things. CRT tells people of color that systemic racism has seeped into every facet of their lives, that they're all victims, that their only hope is for whites to wake up and realize just how awfully racist they are.
She's right. I've said this for many years, that CRT is terrible. And one of the groups that it's worse to is minorities. What do you do as a child if you're taught over and over and over and over again that there's nothing that you can do, that the entire system is against you, every white person is terrible and they hate you, you might as well take a sack of 100-pound bricks and place it on the backs of every minority. It warps your thinking. If you make yourself a victim, then you'll never get out of it. I've told you before that I was raised by two just wonderful parents. I really lucked out in life. And the strongest figure in my life was my father. And I had two older brothers, and he raised me basically like my older brothers. And he said, you can do anything that you want, but you have to fight for it, and you have to go after it, and you have to get it. But you can do anything that you set your mind to. He never told me I was a victim. He never told me because I was a woman, I wouldn't be able to accomplish something. He told me that I could do whatever I wanted to do. That is how to raise a healthy adult. If you are able to blame some mythical figure off in the distance for all of your problems, you will never succeed. You will always be a victim, and you are a victim of your own making. And we are doing this to young kids, and it's terrible. It is terrible. So guys, like, comment, subscribe, share this. I'm going to link this young lady's full video below. I'm not going to link the other guys because, yeah, he doesn't need any press, but this young girl is super cute. It sounds like she's just going off to college, and she's got a bright future. I think we're going to see more of her. So great, guys. I love you all. Thanks so much. We'll see you on the next one.